So, a few months ago, I moved in with my new roommate, Kevin. At first, things were totally normal. He seemed chill, paid his rent on time, and didn't leave dirty socks everywhere. Then, during our first grocery run, he pulled out a label maker. "Just so we know whose stuff is whose," he said, slapping a bold Kevin on his yogurt. Okay, fair enough. By the end of the week, every single item in the fridge had a name, a date, and sometimes even a motivational quote. My Tupperware of chili read, "Hang in there, champ." Which was a little weird but honestly kind of nice. But then things started to get a little extra. One morning, I reached for a stick of butter and noticed it said, "Warning, contains dairy. Not for the lactose intolerant, or the emotionally unstable." My apples were labeled, "Property of Dave. Do not eat unless you hate friendship." Even the Brita pitcher was tagged, "H2O no, not yours." It was like living in an overcautious grocery store run by a passive-aggressive guidance counselor. Still, I figured it was harmless. That is, until the day I went to get some ice for my coffee. I opened the freezer and saw every single ice cube tray had been meticulously labeled. Not just Kevin's ice or Dave's ice, but things like, "Warning, extremely cold. Do not touch with tongue," and "Caution, may melt if left unattended." One even said, "Side effects may include temporary coldness, existential dread, and mild disappointment." I started to wonder if I was living with a guy or a liability lawyer. It all reached a peak last Friday when Kevin handed me a glass of water with the label stuck to the side, "Contains ice cubes. Use only as directed." I couldn't help it. I asked, "Kevin, are you worried someone's going to sue you over an ice cube?" He just shrugged and said, "You know what they say, Dave, better safe than frosty."